Hi there, learners! Yesterday, I and my friend Charlie went to the market to buy some essential things.
While we were walking, we saw signages posted around us.
And here are what we saw.
Beware of dogs, stay at home, do not enter, do your part, stay 6 feet apart, and stop men at work.
What do the following signages have in common? You're correct. They all give instructions and warnings. Can you tell me which signage is in a negative form?
If your answer is do not enter, you are correct. The word not signifies that it is in negative form.
What do you think these sentences are called? Exactly. They are called imperative sentences. I am Sir Lau Pascua and welcome to English with Sir Lau. For today's episode, we will learn how to give advice, instruction, or warning using imperative sentences. Do you know what is an imperative sentence?
An imperative sentence is one among the 4 basic types of sentences. The other 3 are declarative, interrogative, and exclamatory sentences.
Imperative sentences are made up of imperative verbs. An imperative verb is a verb in a base form. When we say it is in the base form, these verbs are not inflected or changed in spelling, tense, or number.
Look at these examples. The verbs in base form are do, stop, and walk. If used in a sentence that gives advice, warning, or instruction, they will be called imperative verbs.
Now that you know how an imperative verb looks like, let us study more about imperative sentences.
An imperative sentence can be a request or a command. It usually ends with a period and sometimes in an exclamation point. Most of the time, the subject of an imperative sentence is embedded or seems to be not in the sentence. Look at this example. Number 1. Beware of dogs. In this example, the subject is you. But the word you is not stated in the sentence, right? It's because it is implied in the sentence. It is located before the verb beware. Since an imperative is a directive, the doer of the action is automatically the one spoken to by the speaker.
An imperative sentence can be an instruction, request, demand, command, piece of advice, hope, or an invitation. Whatever it is, the function of an imperative sentence is to let somebody make an action.
An imperative sentence can be positive or negative. Can you identify the positive and negative imperatives from these examples? The positive imperative sentences are keep safe, please help me, and get out. While the negatives are do not burn plastic, do not forget to pray, and do not steal.
It is easy to identify a positive and a negative imperative sentence. Negative imperatives always come with the word not.
We can also state positive imperative sentences with other words at the beginning. For example, number 1, always brush your teeth. Number 2, kindly wash your hands. And number 3, please sit here. These examples start with adverbs always, kindly, and please. In these cases, the imperative sentence changes its specific function. When you say wash your hands, it's more likely a command. While when you say kindly wash your hands, it becomes a request. Since this is a request, there is an addition of polite words before the verb.
Is everything clear? If yes, be ready for some challenges that Charlie will give us. Who's ready for Charlie the Challenger?
For challenge number 1, transform the following negative imperative sentences into positive form, which will serve as advice to everyone. You may pause and play this video so you'll have enough time in writing your answer. Write your answer in your paper. Look at this example. Do not lie. If we transform this negative imperative to positive, it will be always tell the truth. Did you get that? Alright, let's start. Number 1. Do not disobey your parents. Number 2. Do not eat junk foods. Number 3. Do not be lazy. Number 4. Do not hurt others. And number 5. Do not respect the elders. And here are the correct answers. Number 1, always obey your parents. Number 2, eat healthy foods. Number 3, be diligent or always work hard. Number 4, always care for others. And number 5, always respect the elders.
Did you get a perfect score? If not, don't worry because we still have one activity where you can perform better. Get ready for Charlie's challenge number 2.
In this challenge, you will construct 3 imperatives that will encourage people to become responsible members of the community during this pandemic. This should encourage the public to do what is right and proper and make them realize the significance of being responsible and cooperative members of a changing world.
Write your imperatives on placards and fix or post them on your outside wall or gate. You may also picture your outputs and share them in your Facebook wall. I will be very glad to see and share your signages as well. It has been a jam-packed learning with you, dear learners. This is Sir Lau Pasqua, saying, be polite in all that we say, and remember to speak with honesty and credibility. Thank you and goodbye.